Hi, welcome to Open Tabs, our twice weekly Substack Live, where we talk about the things taking up space in our tabs, our feeds, and our brains this week. Hi, Melissa.
I am excited.
Yay, I can hear you. This is take two because
Take two.
Substack Live, there are glitches sometimes. So it's always a little bit of a gamble. But how are you this morning? It's a big morning.
Big morning. Yes, I'm doing well. Thank you for asking. We have our first day of school here in Northern California. So we had two different school drop-offs. My son was earlier and had his first day on the bus. So that was really cute. And then Lucy was an hour later. But I also, I end up biting more off than I can chew typically. And so I'm doing spirit wear for the school. And so I had to sell spirit wear and bring a bunch of merch to the school and then have my husband carry it back and forth to the car. And so anyway, here we are. So
It was straight from drop off to Substack Live.
yeah. Oh my God. But it's been good. I'm a little congested too. There's this like insane cold that's been going through our house. And I'm now on it's like starts with a cough and then goes to like the other things. And I'm on like day 4 of it or 5. Like it's kind of lingering. So
Bummer. Well,
I feel just sound crazy.
no, I had a cold the other week. I don't know where I got it from because I'm never around any kids. I feel like it's just this time of year. It's a journey
know.
time of year. Okay,
Okay.
but we have some fun topics we're gonna hit today. This is like 12-hour-old news, but I don't know if you saw this. TikTok made a Substack. Like the company TikTok is now.
Oh my gosh, I did not see that. Okay. How
Yeah,
cool.
it's interesting. So it's called The Creator's Cut, and it is specifically dedicated to TikTok live creators. And I think it'll be like Q&As. It's all about like sharing the lives and like come ups of specifically TikTok live creators. Um, which I thought was interesting. They're like obviously like very much trying to push live content on the platform and like live streaming on TikTok. But what I thought was interesting, they only have 17 subscribers as of this right now, and the reception
Wait.
has not been warm. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Why? So curious.
Very cold reception. Like they posted a Substack note yesterday. It's like, hi, hey, Substack, TikTok's here. And the comments are filled, or replies are filled with people like, I don't want TikTok here. Get off. Like, this isn't the platform for TikTok. Wrong app. And then people being like, what is TikTok? I do not know what TikTok is. But yeah, very cold reception so far.
Wow.
And I just thought it was wild that even though it's a bit icy, they only have 17 subscribers.
And it's interesting. Was this like covered in news somewhere that you saw this
No,
or
I just happened to be in notes and I saw their post.
interesting. And it's just TikTok is like the handle?
Yeah, TikTok. It's The Creator's Cut by TikTok Live. So yeah, but it's interesting. I don't like if it's like to be a PR engine or, generate buzz for their TikTok live creators. They like name drop, like stars that have come out of TikTok, and I guess
Yeah.
stars that have utilized TikTok live. So they have like Cat's Eye,
Yeah.
Madonna, Alex Warren. But yeah, I just thought it was like very interesting that like live of all things is going to Substack. I'm just like, I guess there are a
Yeah.
lot of like, former journalists on the platform. And if they want to like generate some PR and buzz for their TikTok
Yeah.
live creators, this is an avenue to do that. But
Yes.
Yeah, I thought it was very interesting they
Also,
chose Substack.
obviously, it would be like straight in competition with Substack Live, right? Because you can go live on Substack,
Yeah.
you know. I mean, in some ways, like, I don't hate this idea if I am TikTok and I'm like coming up with this concept. I think, like, you know, I feel like there's this constant question of like, how do you make the best high quality experience for your audience, for your fandom, or for the consumers that are using one's platform, you know? And, uh, you know, I think it's like, to me, it also feels like it might be more of a way to like siphon people away from Substack, maybe to TikTok.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's
I mean, the
probably the
call to action at the bottom of their like announcement is um somewhere along the way, maybe you'll find yourself thinking, I should go live.
Yeah. I mean, I also think that, like, from a brand perspective, obviously we've talked about like Hinge, and I feel like we have all
Mhm.
sort of like, that like Hinge's approach to Substack is so thoughtful and like it's it's like their brand, it's authentic to their brand, like the love story sort of, model, but it it's an evolution that is specific to the audience on Substack. I feel like this feels like, just even looking at it at a glance, like it also feels very like half-assed. Like they're not, it's like, I'm just looking, my story launched 6 days ago. Why we're launching the creator's cut. Okay. It showed up at the Met. There are millions of creators on our platform. That's what makes TikTok live. See, this feels very like, I don't know, like I
Brandy.
brandy, exactly. And like kind of icky, like, hey, we're jumping onto this platform and we're trying to like recruit people to ours. Like it doesn't feel like, I think there's a whole world where they could have been like, we see Substack as a space where we can like gather creators together, which, by the way, why would TikTok ever do that? Like, why do that when they could like come up with some sort of product or situation on their own platform?
Mhm.
I just don't know. Like, I don't like totally hate this on the outset, but it just feels very like brandy and inauthentic. And like, even if you look at like who they subscribe to, it's all marketing publications. I don't know. Um,
Oh, that's interesting. I didn't even look at that. Yeah, I just thought like I was like, it feels like very brandy. Like I was like, did like it's not, I don't think it is, but like it felt very like chat GPT E and like press release E.
uh-huh.
Um, and it's just like so, but yeah, looking at who they're subscribed to, Ad Age, which just launched on Substack because of marketing, Claude, The New Yorker.
In the New
I think this
Yorker.
is just like,
Yeah.
yeah, them like wanting to reach journalists and like brand people to then work with their TikTok live creators. But
Yeah.
yeah, so far, very cold reception from
Yeah.
Substack
If I
users.
were to like give the advice though, like, er, you have to play the rules of a platform when you get on there. So like TikTok has so many interesting creators doing interesting things with interesting stories. And it's
Mhm.
like, I would really hone in more on like great storytelling. I like the idea of niche. Like if they wanted to just be creators that are going live, great. Like that can be, here's a whole set of creators going live, how they're doing it, case studies,
Mhm.
best practices, how it has evolved their storytelling, even get the creators involved, like have them co-publish, commission content from them. And then, I think like the gripe we always talk about we talked a lot about this on Tuesday with Instagram and like their inability to archive. Like, I think like Substack could be like an archival complement to TikTok. It's a very different sort of experience. It could be like the writing. again, if you're thinking of a journalist and it's like sort of a multimedia experience, someone wants to like compile their work, like, and it's not on TikTok, complement and supplement is the idea. Um, but like this initial execution is like literally like I almost look at it and I'm like, I wonder if this is fake because it's so like so done so icky. Like like have you ever even logged in Substack? Like
No. It's
because
very
there's probably
sanitized.
a lot of feelings and books and like, cozy rooms and tea and like like you can't walk in there and be like, hey, I'm Mad Men, you know?
Yeah, but it'll be interesting to see what they post next. Okay, separate platform news. YouTube is offering creators millions to not work with Netflix, which I thought was very interesting.
Really? Wow.
Yeah. So
Okay.
they're paying top creators to keep their videos exclusive to YouTube for a set period of time. And they're doing this by like either directly helping to fund their shows or giving them shares of major ad revenue. I thought was interesting, but like we've talked about over the past few months, like Netflix started doing their podcasts.
Yeah.
Yeah, with like a lot of YouTubers. And this is YouTube's response to that. And they're also like trying to discourage cross posting too. So they want to keep like YouTube creator content exclusive to their platform and they're paying them in order to do that.
Interesting. I mean, here's my thought. Like, I feel like YouTube needs to really create a better television interface. And they have the ability, they have the tech, they have like the brand recognition. Like they're right up there with Netflix and Hulu and HBO or Max and Peacock. Like we actually don't have it on our computer, on our
Mhm.
TV, mostly because we don't want our kids to like be wandering around like the wild west of YouTube. That's like a bigger issue. Um, but it's on like television interfaces. Like, why not make it like a higher quality video experience for people in front of the glass screen TV? You know, like
Yeah, I agree. Though, like, using YouTube on a TV is very annoying. It's just hard to navigate the platform on a TV.
yeah, I don't know why they wouldn't. Um, again, like they have the content, they have the brand recognition, they have the placement and all of it. It's really just a matter of like, can you make a better customer experience? And like, why not make it feel more curated and like get into that world? I feel like they've been circling Hollywood. We know that. I mean, maybe they're moving toward that and like that's what this is. Because right now it really is an environment where talent is getting poached. Um,
Yeah.
and I think that like there's a massive audience, but also, like you have to like if you are, Alex Earl, let's say, or obviously she's more of a TikToker, but
Mhm.
you're like Alex Earl and someone is like going to pitch you like a Netflix show versus, let's say a YouTube show. I mean, you have to weigh like the pros and cons of that. I don't know if there's like a certain cachet right now that comes with Netflix, a certain audience specificity that would come, like
Yeah.
a demographic that is watching Netflix versus YouTube. But yeah, like, right? Like, if I said that to you, like, if you were Alex Earl and you had a choice, and it was like, even if it was like, I don't know, Peacock versus maybe not Peacock, but like maybe like HBO Max versus YouTube, what are you going to do?
I feel like if I were her, it would be a no-brainer for me that I would go to the streaming platform because I think there is just there's more legitimacy to being like, I have a Netflix show than like I post exclusive vlogs to YouTube. And even though like they obviously give up their control of the narrative when they go on to a Netflix or a Peacock or an HBO, but I just feel like Netflix has become like the water cooler conversation. Like when something's trending on Netflix, I feel like it's trending in culture and like becomes an actual part of culture. Whereas at least like when I was younger, YouTube used to be that. Like I could be like, go up to my friends at lunch in high school and be like, oh, did you guys see the YouTube video, blah, 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 yesterday? And everyone would have seen it and we could talk about it. But I feel like that's no longer the case. That could be because I've aged out of like that, but I do think it holds true. Like,
I just don't understand why there couldn't be like it's all to me, it's like curation, right? And it's like commissioning high quality video. Like, why not? It's like different divisions of a company. And like, let's say, like, I mean, like, I don't think it would be that hard to have a YouTube streaming TV interface that is just like on par with Apple Plus and, you know, like could become that like next step for talent that rises through the organization. I mean, I have to believe that they have considered that. I don't know. And like maybe it just doesn't seem like monetary. I don't know from like a business perspective if that makes sense for them, but like I don't know why they wouldn't do that, especially if they're paying creators to not go to other places. Like to me, if they're paying creators to not go to other places, I just get the sense that they have something that they're working on. They want to hold them there for, or just maintain like, but I don't know. It just doesn't feel like exciting. And again, I think it's like the missing component. And I feel like what Megan would say is like Hollywood. Like there isn't, it's just like not as, it's a different cachet. You know what I mean?
yeah. And it
Like,
feels like I'm not a YouTube creator, but it feels like you peak on the platform, you hit your plateau, you're not going to get any bigger than that. And a major streaming platform can bring you new advertisers, like new eyeballs. It's
going to
also
the Emmys, like do YouTubers
exactly, yes.
win Emmys? I don't know.
You
Uh,
totally I feel like they'd be eligible for Emmys, if they go to Netflix. Yeah, it's also interesting. YouTube has said that they will penalize creators who do, cross-post their content to, like, Netflix, by not including them in major campaigns, for the platform, which I thought it was, like, crazy they, like, explicitly state that you will be penalized by
I
not being, like, prominently featured on YouTube anymore if you
just
do.
feel like it seems like they're playing defense when they should be
Yeah,
offense. And I
I
don't
think that's exactly it, and the plot it just doesn't feel like Netflix. I feel like every couple of months we're talking about, "Oh, they're doing this. They've expanded to this. They're" and I don't know, I feel like YouTube has been too comfortable, and in the last year, Netflix specifically has given them a major run for their money,
totally.
and you're right, they're on defense, and I feel like it's not fun. It doesn't feel, like, innovative at all.
No, and like, you know, I mean, yeah, like I don't know about YouTube. Like, I mean, obviously they're highly successful, of course. It's just I feel like they have just benefited from like being somewhere first so much that like the innovation it just doesn't seem to like ever hit as hard. And like, yeah, like Netflix has been working on building up podcasting and vodcasting. And that's also, in competition with Spotify. Like it's like sort of this like all again, all platforms competing with each other. And it's like so silly, when you think about it, it's like, you know, should YouTube be sort of building out like an audio experience as well, right? Like should there be like similar to how there's, you
Right.
know, Apple Apple Podcasts and there's Spotify, should there be a YouTube audio. I don't know. I don't know the answer, but
I think they do have a podcast because I've seen it when like uploading open tabs, but like it's not prominently featured anywhere on the platform. Like I'm a pretty regular YouTube user and I've never seen it anywhere. Um,
well,
so yeah.
I mean, I think the other thing is like, again, every creator, I mean, so many creators we've worked with, right? We always encourage them to put the video, the vodcast
Mhm.
on YouTube. It's a benefit for SEO, for searchability, all of that. But yeah, I don't know. I just don't, I guess I think this is interesting. I think they're playing defense. They should be playing offense, and I'm confused as to why they're not. And I'm hopeful that they actually have something up their sleeve.
So we'll see. Okay, in this like last story, I just wanted to like put it on your radar specifically. Kim Kardashian is executive producing a new sports reality show following baseball moms.
Oh, that is hilarious.
And you are a baseball mom. So
I am a baseball one.
I wanted to bring this up. It's called Team Moms Baseball. So it seems like they will expand to like different sports. I could see there being like Team Moms Football, Team Moms Soccer. It'll be on Paramount. And it follows 7 families whose sons attend legendary Prep Academy, an elite baseball training school in Arizona. And it will follow the competition on the field and off the field and this like high stakes. It looks like they're all like middle school age. And it'll specifically be following the mom. I mean, this feels like Dance Moms, but for baseball.
Gosh. I mean, I will tune in. I think that sounds very interesting. Yeah, as a baseball mom, my son is like, well, he's only 8. But youth sports are insane, compared to what it was when I was growing up. Um, and like the level of competition, the level of like just how much more fit kids are also. Like on Monday, we have a friend who like entered a sign up party that is, in support of the school. It's like a fundraising
Yeah.
thing. And it's called a duathlon. And you swim for part of it, then you like run as it. And Wally has done swimming, let's just say. Um, so he can swim. He's a competent swimmer. But like the kids here are like on swim teams, like on swim teams. And so I said, he was like, "Oh, I want to do it with my friend." And I was like, "Okay, but buddy, like this is like, you're just gonna get in and these kids swim laps like multiple times a week, right?" He's like, "No, I want to do it, whatever." He's super athletic, like he is, and he's hand-eye coordination. He's like lacrosse, like he's multi-talented, whatever. When I tell you this poor kid, he jumped in and he did it, and he was out there, he was doing big arms, but he was kind of doggy paddling. He came in dead last. I was so proud of him. He actually wasn't like he took it so well. He was not like he was really good. Like I was like, "Oh my God," like putting into ChatGPT, like, how do I sort of talk to my athletic son about this? Like whatever. And then I was like, bud, I think we should do a little bit of swimming. Like you don't need to be on the swim team, but I do think where we live and the nature of this is that your friends are learning how to like open water swim and like and like this is like like kind of a lot of kids. It's like not like it's like this weird subset. Anyway, the point being is that I think this like convergence of millennial moms who are like wanting to set their kids up and make up for every like shortcoming of their childhood, coupled with like money and like private equity backing youth sports and everything. Like it's gonna be like
Mhm.
sure it'll be good. And it's really hard though, again, it is like Dance Moms and it's just I don't know. I feel like right now what's very hard is that we're in sort of this grand experiment of like pushing the kids a lot harder than they've ever been pushed. And we're not going to know what that looks like or what kind of like positives or negatives that has created for like another 15, 20 years. You know what I mean? We're not going to know. Like, will they, there's always concerns of like, can they handle it mentally? Um, are they going to burn out? Burnout is like a big thing. Making sure that they're doing like multiple different types of sports. Like, I think one of the bigger concerns, especially with baseball, is that like a lot of parents get their kids to specialize in it really early. And if they are certain positions like pitcher, you could like burn out your arm. Like, they don't, you know what I mean? Like, kids don't like, professional athletes haven't been playing that hard for that long, right? Like, starting as young as they are now.
Yeah.
So, anyway, I think that there's a lot of conversation around it. Kim is always like sort of, she kind of tends to be right on the cutting edge of what's happening and rising in culture. So I think that this is going to be really interesting.
Yeah. I just think like, as somebody who doesn't have a kid, I do feel like I've been seeing youth sports, particularly like more in what I'm consuming. Like I was at a sports bar at last night and they were playing the Little League like world
Literally,
championship
100%. I know.
on all the big screens. I was like, I'm pretty sure they're like actual like
No, I know.
college football games happening right now, but this sports bar is playing the Little League World Series and people were watching.
I mean, I think that that's so funny that you say that because it is happening right now. And I feel like even I think I had mentioned this on Tuesday too, but like ESPN was, playing a Savannah Bananas game, the other day. And I'm like, oh my gosh, that's like so crazy. Like, yeah, and there is a lot more marketing to women with sports, like
Yes.
100%. We've talked about I love the account sports-ish on Instagram. Um, but like there's, even women's basketball, like women's sports, like even merch, like for any of the major league teams that, again, I feel like I'm like a late in life professional sports fan because of my son.
Mhm.
And I like every, MLB stadium, like we went to the Red Sox, we went to Fenway, at the beginning of the summer, and like there's stuff for everyone. Like literally my daughter has like all gear from there. It's like purple and pink and like, it's so cute. And so I don't know. I mean, I think it's a good thing. I think live sports is, you know, I wonder if even in a macro sense, like stepping back to in this like digital age and like AI, all of that, like I wonder if this like live sports in person, viewing experience, community viewing. Like, I wonder if there's something to that, like, there's sort of coupled with the marketing of it, but like pulling more people into it. And it's like, it's sort of parallels a bit, but differently, like some of what I feel like you and Megan have talked a lot about with like the music scene too. And it's like also, I don't know, it's just interesting. There's just changes happening. But I feel like, again, more people are trying to get out and get outside and I do think that this whole idea too of like making sure sports is affordable, to go to to see. Like I think the Savannah Banana is really trying to do that with the lottery. Like, does it work? I don't know. I think people still find tickets on StubHub and et cetera. But I mean, I don't know. I think like more live experiences, the better, And like if it's to cheer on like younger teams, great. I mean, I mean, like the pressure of like, it's so funny. Like while he's in a team here, it's a more competitive like club team, right? You do club
Mhm.
and versus like your rec, which is like little league. And even in the club team, like he enjoys both. Cause I will say, like, I think doing the rec is also just for the fun of the game with his best friends. You know what I mean? And then the club is like, okay, it's harder competition. It's just more serious. Like when he goes to practice, it's just a little bit more, it's like more intense. It's like
Mhm.
everyone is at his level or better, So it's kind of, it definitely pushes him. But like, I don't know if you've ever participated in anything yourself. Like I'm a newer tennis player and like I need both. Like, or when I ski, like it's like I'll go skiing. I'm like so happy. I'm 40 plus. It's like I'm so happy to just be on blue squares all day. Like just easy blue squares. And like
Yeah.
maybe I'll do something that is a little challenging, but that's it. You know what I mean? And so I do it's just I don't know. I mean, it's kind of crazy. I feel like I'm excited to see the show. I think it's gonna be funny because it is really Dance Moms and it's like a whole new thing. And like, and some parents like there's a mom I have in mind. I'm not gonna call her out, but like she has an older son too, and he's very very into lacrosse. And like, it is just wild to see. Like, I mean, he's like probably gonna start getting recruited for high schools, and he's going to fifth grade.
Wow. It's just like I've seen it just on my like explore page or something like that. I just think it's interesting how like these women are building platforms for themselves on like the brand of like being a sports mom or like specifically a baseball mom
I'm gonna
or
tell
like
you
a lacrosse mom. I think that's like very interesting.
well, and this also goes back to our ongoing conversation of like, should I start a sports Instagram for Wally? One of my good friends just started one for her son, who is a year older than him. And he's a really, really good golfer. So
Mhm.
I'm like, oh my God, she's literally setting him up for sponsorships and stuff. Cause he competed in like a I don't know, it's like U10 golf,
Mhm.
like the like one of the champions of California.
Wow.
It's like, I don't know what to say. I mean, I actually thought I was like, "Oh, this is actually kind of an interesting smart idea," to be honest with you, because it's like if he is I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I'm in this big social experiment right now.
I know, but it's interesting. Like, I feel like we're on the front end where this is like bubbling up, just about to hit more like mainstream. But yeah, it's very interesting. It'll be interesting to see how the show does. I bet it'll be great. But like, and if they'll expand to different sports. But yeah, it'll be
I
interesting.
can't wait.
Well, thank you, memes.
Yay, this is so fun. I mean, we love when Megan is here, but obviously it's always so fun to do this with just the two of us too.
Yeah,
Considering we're talking all day long too.
I know. I know. We're about to hop on a different call together. But yay, thank you guys. And we'll see you next week.
Thank you. Okay, bye.